What is happening? What's going on, YouTube?
The mechanics.
So the last, I think, whole week, I think I'm on 6 days. I've been sick. Like, I don't know if you guys could tell in my nostrils. I'm still a little congested, but I'm trying to get some kind of progress done on something, trying to bring you guys some content. Whilst being gravely ill and sick in bed, I've been watching, you know, the normal YouTube videos, what I usually do in my spare time anyways. Mostly drift videos, a lot of the drift week. I've watched almost everyone's vlogs of their version of the drift week. It's motivating as hell, I gotta tell you. Whilst watching those, I got, you know, inspired to get up since I'm feeling a little bit better and try to bring you guys something. And whilst brainstorming, I actually ran into an issue with my current setup, and I don't think I'll be able to do it as easy as everybody else's. But quick update with the 240, I've done absolutely nothing. So if you guys can see, I don't have no space to take out the engine, so the car is just sitting. The car is how it's been since it's gotten parked after the drift event. Hi, Acura, how you doing? Old Faithful, the Daily, Beauty, Beast, Broken, not broken. What I originally came over here to do was to actually try to reverse face these Racing Harts. I wanted to flip the face, so instead of this being the outer lip and then this being the inner barrel, this would be the outer lip and this would be the inner barrel. So it would be facing this way, and I would have this much lip and this much barrel, because on, I guess, the S chassis, especially in the front, they don't really like very wide inner barrels. And if you guys can see, there's a 2-inch spacer in there, and I still get wheel bite on the actual chassis when I full lock. So I wanted to flip that around and see if I can reverse face these wheels. And it turns out that this particular setup is sandwiched. If you could, oh my God. If you could see, the face is on the inside of the outer lip and the inner lip. So I would actually have to separate these 100% and then reseal them if I wanted to do that, which I have no problem, because this wheel and this car is not going anywhere anytime soon. Would y'all look at this fitment? Can y'all fathom how? Let's see. Barely. Boy, who? Wow, that's incredible. Since I have no plans for this thing being running anytime soon, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyways. Try to separate this wheel and try to reverse the face on it. Obviously, this wheel is gonna have to be resealed, since this side is pancaked between the inner and the outer barrel, which means I'm gonna have to break this seal and then reseal the wheel. But at least I get something to do, bring you guys some kind of content of me doing something.
A few moments later.
So we got all the hardware out. Yo, shout out to whoever builds wheels, because this is only one wheel and this is like 30 something bolts. That took forever. I was not excited about that. So now the goal is to separate both of these seals right here and try to split this bad boy apart. Whew. Hey, would you look at that? Three-piece wheels, y'all. God, that's heavy. So we got the outer lip, Racing Hart face, made in Japan. This Hart right there. And then we got the inner barrel, which is what I want to make into my outer barrel. This thing is atrocious, so obviously all this is not going to get put back together today. And this is going to get cleaned, deep cleaned. So basically what I'm looking for is this kind of look. Let me slap this together and put a bolt in here or two so y'all can get an idea. So slap two bolts in there. It's back to being one piece. Now basically this is still an 8-inch wide wheel. It's just that it has a small inner barrel, which there's nothing wrong with that. But now it has a huge, weird looking step lip situation going on. Other than that, I think it's pretty legit. I think it's dope. I'm gonna jack up the car, slap it on, see if I like it. This should eliminate the 2-inch spacer that I need to eliminate the wheel bite, being that there won't be much to bite on. We're gonna go ahead and see if this might actually be a thing. So these wheels are staggered. These wheels, which are on the front, are normally supposed to be the rear wheels. These are by 9. These are by 8. So I had these in the front because I think one of the other tires had a flat in it. And since I can't spin 17s that great at drift events, I decided to just run my wider wheels in the front, take off the backs, leave the backs off, and then run stocks or my drift spares. So I'm gonna pull this off and see how this looks. So, like I said, I was running 2-inch spacers. These big old Johnnies right here, just to pull the wheel out, because these are overs that are 25 millimeter wider than the stock. So I needed it. Sheesh. Now if you see, this is the wheel bite that I was talking about. Right in here, mostly up here. And that kind of, boy, that's a fat daddy right there. And being that the inner barrel is super small, now I don't have to worry about actually touching the inside of the wheel housing on either side. As you see, some more wheel bite right there. Small inner barrel is gonna improve on a lot of areas that I have right now. If I think I'm gonna run this. I think I'm gonna make this a thing. Let me clean these up, see how they look in a second, because this is super dirty. All right, so the wheel is as clean as I'm gonna get it for right now. So this is basically hot, you know, polish all this stuff up, get all that grime off. Being that the wheel is in 3 pieces, it's gonna be super easy to actually polish these up the proper way. I'm actually really feeling this. It actually kind of sucks that the car doesn't run right now, because I would love to see this planted on the floor and rolling. You know what? Let's see how the back would look. Well, this on the back. Mind you, this is the front wheel. This is the 8-inch wheel. So it would be a lot wider putting a 9-inch wheel on, but only by 1 inch. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on there anyways, because hey, why not? Ain't got nothing better to do. Woo-wee. That actually looks way better. Like I said, it took off the 2-inch spacer. Boy. I'm almost upset that I'm highly upset that the car doesn't run, because I would love to see this rolling. It looks so amazing with this gap. Now, mind you, the rear ones are 9 and these are 8s. So with this being said, the only thing difference is that the inner barrel, the new inner barrel is going to be another inch wider, but the actual outer barrel is going to be about the same. So if I actually had a camber kit, I could, in theory, tuck this whole thing down and make it look super steezy. But until I get that actual camber kit, I'll probably be sitting somewhere on the tire. So I'm definitely gonna have to get a camber kit before I get this thing running. If I do run this setup as is, which I want to, absolutely, because this looks gorgeous. I cannot wait to get this car running. So that's gonna be it for today's vlog. Basically, I wanted to see if the idea would work. I'm happy with it. Comment below if you want to see that happen. If you want me to reverse face my Racing Harts and slap them back on the 240 as the Hot Boy rollers. Not gonna be my drift setup, just, you know, roll around towners. Probably gonna use 1-piece wheels in the front and probably stick to the stocks in the rear and the Inky 92s as my drift spares. Yeah, basically I can't get no progress done on the actual engine. What I was gonna do was buy a donor car and just swap everything over, but I've been doing some research and it might be actually cheaper and more effective for me to rebuild the engines that I have, because mind you, I do have 2 engines that have the same exact issue, not catastrophic issues. I'm not putting rods through the block or anything like that. They're just spun bearings, and it might be more effective for me to actually rebuild one of the blocks, rebuild one of the engines, and put the engine back down to 0 miles on the engine instead of spending upwards to $1,000 again for another engine that is gonna have 180,000 to 200,000 miles on it anyway. So with this being said, my goal is originally was to have the engine done and ready for the next drift event, but that's not gonna happen because my job sucks. My job is incredibly terrible, and as of now, there's no overtime, so I won't have any extra income coming in to actually rebuild the engine. So shout out to my job for sucking as much as it does. But moving forward, I do plan on ripping the engine out as soon as I make some space, some room. Full tear down of the engine, getting new engine component or reman components, whichever ones are easier to come by, because this is almost a 30-year-old engine. So I'm gonna go home because I still am under the weather. Probably buzz down the other front rim and polish the face or something. I don't know, try to stay productive. But I'm gonna get this vlog out to you guys too. Speaking of vlogs, I am at I think I'm at 999 subscribers on YouTube. So I'm gonna do a Q&A for the 1,000th hitting 1K mark on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna go ahead and get the questions off of Instagram because I have more active followers on Instagram, and then repost them on YouTube, on my YouTube channel for a Q&A. Basically, that's about it. That's where we're at. The 240 is getting a fresh, it is gonna get built as much as possible within my capabilities. I'm gonna try to stitch weld the engine bay, repaint the engine bay. I'm gonna try to do a lot to the 240. IBOC is coming up in April for the Acura, but I mean, the Acura don't really need much work. So yeah, stick around, guys. I don't know how to bring you guys much exciting content on a budget of $0 because, like I said, my job fucking sucks. So until I figure out a financial situation that gets me in a better position to, you know, do some more exciting stuff, I'm gonna give you guys what I could try to give you guys. But until then, hang out, stick around, come back, okay? Like, comment, subscribe. This being said, peace, I'm gone.
The Mechanics.